This is the 2024 Jeep Wrangler 4xe Rubicon, and this beast of a vehicle comes with all the charm, ruggedness, and unpredictability you'd expect from an off-road legend. If the 2024 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon were a person, it would be that friend who convinces you to go on a camping trip in a thunderstorm and then laughs as you scramble to set up the tent. Today, I'm going to test it and see just how good it really is. So if you're the type of person who's looking for a Rubicon with absolutely every creature comfort known to man, then you can spend an additional $9,000 and get the Rubicon X. It's no better off-road, so I think I'll stick with this one. So the Wrangler Rubicon looks like it just rolled out of a survivalist's dream journal. I mean, it's an iconic car with an iconic shape. It's kind of a cross between a mountain goat and a tank. So the 7-slot grille gives it that ready-for-anything look. It's had a mild redesign over the last model. Get LEDs at the front, huge lights, and then you can, as an option, $2,000, get a Warn Winch. It'll pull around 8,000 pounds max. Standard kit includes a electronically controlled front anti-roll bar disconnect system. It also has these 33-inch tires, 10.8 inches of ground clearance, as well as front and rear lockers. So the Rubicon gets these 17-inch wheels as standard. You can see the little Jeep logo there in the middle, and then all-terrains, they're BF Goodrich Baja Champion tires, and they're 285/70s all around. The biggest change for 2024 is an upgrade from the Dana 44 rear axle to a Dana 44 HD full float rear axle. Makes the whole car more stable, increases towing capacity, and if you get really stuck and you do break an axle, it makes it a lot easier to repair when you're in a place like this. So that extra stability has allowed Jeep to increase the towing capacity, which is now 5,000 pounds, but only on the V6 or the 4xe, which is this one. You also get Rock Track heavy-duty 4-wheel drive system, off-road plus mode, and numerous skid plates, transfer case, the transmission, the fuel tank, and these protectors here on either side for rocks while you're on the trail. So unlike the two-door model, you get quite a lot of space in the back. So behind the second row, you get around 31.7 cubic feet of space. If you put those down, you get around 72 cubic feet of space in total. And under here, get a little bit more space and a bag with your charging cables in it. And of course, a full-size spare wheel. So the 4xe has an electrified powertrain, so electric motors and battery combined will give you around 22 miles of electric-only range. You also get a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine good for 270 horsepower, 295 foot-pounds of torque. Combined, they'll give you around 375 horsepower, 470 foot-pounds of torque. That'll get this 5,200-pound vehicle from 0 to 60 in around 5.2 seconds. It's pretty quick. Tread lightly though, and on the highway you'll get around 20 miles to the gallon from gas only, combined 49 mpge. So how much is it? Well, the base Rubicon is $61,395. This one's got a few options. So for $995 you get the convenience package. That means you get heated front seats and a heated steering wheel. So this one has the safety group for $1,295. You get blind spot and cross path detection. You also get automatic high beam headlamp control. And finally, you get park assist for those that can't park. And then finally, for the roof, you get the Sky One Touch Power Top for $3,995. Add all that up, you get a total price of around $69,470. So the Rubicon comes standard with these very hard-wearing cloth seats. It's pretty comfortable anyway. This seat's quite far back, but I've got a decent amount of leg room. I've also got a couple of vents as well. I got some AC power and a couple of USBs. And I also get this for my drink. And there's plenty of headroom thanks to this top sitting quite high. I've got at least, 4 or 5 inches above my head. Not a bad place to be. So in the front, it's a delightful mix of practical and quirky. Again, you've got these cloth seats, but they're easy to wipe down. If you spill your trail mix or some water or coffee on the floor, you don't care because you've got these fitted rubber mats. Steering wheel is really nice in your hands. Controls come easy to hand. Very nice, comfortable seats. Now these are manual, so again, you've got to spend that $9,000 to get the full treatment from that Rubicon X. I wouldn't. I would save my money and just travel further. So Creature Comfort took a massive step forward this year with the addition of this 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen. Replaces the really tiny 5 and 7-inch units from the past. Of course, the software is Stellantis's Uconnect, so it's easy on the eyes. It's super easy to use. You can hit the home button. You can hit Comfort. Now, Comfort appears that you can. The only thing that you can't do down below, which is great because they're physical controls, is sync. But other than that, everything else is available down below as far as the HVAC is concerned. Now, what you also can do is go into vehicle settings. You got some settings here. You can change your lights. You can change your mirrors and wipers, phone and Bluetooth settings. You've got more controls here. You got a really nice high-def rear view camera. You've also got a dashboard. This gives you off-road pages. Shows you steering angle, transfer case. Is it locked? Is it unlocked? Sway bar connected or not? And then the two lockers, front and rear. Get some accessory gauges. Coolant temp, oil temp is all good stuff for when you're in the middle of nowhere. And then pitch and roll, this is my favorite. Shows you how dangerously close you are to either tipping over or sliding back down the hill you just came up. We are at 1,389 feet. This is the lat long and we're in 4H auto. Okay, so below that are these physical controls. Thank you, Jeep. Volume control, fan speed, and also your tune. You've got heated seats on either side. You've got a heated steering wheel. You've also got traction control off. There's your regen button, we showed you earlier. Park assist, hill descent, and screen off. Below that, you've got some media here. You can plug in your media. You've got a USB and aux control. Standard window switches on these Jeeps are right here. You get another 12 volt here, and then down below here is all your off-road goodies. So that turns off your lockers, that turns your lockers front and rear on. You got your off-road plus button, which changes some of the settings to how well it copes with various different situations, off-road, mud, sand, etc. And this is where you disconnect your sway bar. So last time I drove one of these, it did not have 4H auto, so I'm gonna guess it was like 2021, I think. So you got 2H for regular driving, 4H auto. Very similar to what other manufacturers do. The system essentially chooses between whether it wants the rear wheels driven or all four wheels driven, and you can essentially drive around in that one all the time. Whereas this one here, 4H part-time, is only for off-road and keep it below a certain speed, put it into neutral and then drop it into 4L, and then you really can't go too fast in 4L. You'll also notice as well that you get this toughened Corning Gorilla glass, a little picture of a gorilla right there. So a couple of cup holders. There's no wireless charger, so I just stick my phone there. I got the key and my garage door opener in there. Open this up and you get a little bit of storage. This is a little set of tools you get with your car. Open it from the bottom and you get a little bit of storage and another power. How the driver, like how this is set up, you got a tachometer on the left, your coolant temperature, you've got a speedo in the middle, average MPG 18.8 because I've been saving my electricity. I've got like 13 miles of range. My total range is 241 and my gas only is 228. Also shows that I am in 4H auto hybrid. Left hand side you've got your fuel gauge and then how much power you're using versus how much you are charging the battery. Down here is where you can choose your mode. You've got a hybrid mode, electric only, so we would use up those 13 miles, then it would revert to being a hybrid, or e-save. Essentially that saves everything in the battery and you run on gas only. All right, so what we need to do now is take it for a drive, and we really won't do much on-road, but we'll test it out on some steep hills and some rough terrain, and just see how well it does. All right, so I have it in hybrid mode. It's actually running on electric right now. That way we won't scare the wildlife. I got a pretty steep hill up there, pretty rutted. See how it does. Very sandy terrain here. I'm probably going to need to put it into 4 low to get up that other one, but I'm pretty sure I won't need any of the other bells and whistles. We'll save that stuff for when we take it to our other off-road section. A little bit more difficult, a little bit more technical. Very comfortable ride, I must say. Over the years, they've made this thing ride a lot better. Stop here and put it into part-time, okay, and then into neutral. All right, here we go. Oops, rolling back. Now what I've done is I've got a really big bottle here which won't fit in the cup holder. I find it's really quite useful putting it in there, and then I get kind of a slightly taller armrest. Very overgrown along here. And we haven't got to the exciting bit yet, so let's see how this Jeep does. There's a little section here which is quite rutted, but I just feel this thing is just not going to complain about this at all. We're actually still going up in electric mode. You can probably hear the silence. I'm just going to navigate around this. Oh, a little bit of a shimmy there. Kind of rocky. But, you know, that was kind of stupidly easy. And we almost got the compass Trailhawk stuck. It took us a few goes to get up this next bit because it has a lot of rocks and a lot of real soft sort of sand. But this is not causing this car any problems whatsoever. So we literally romped up that. There isn't a car that I've driven that hasn't gone up there as easy as this. Although the Lexus LX 600 on street tires went up there. So that was impressive too. Now, one thing that they haven't really fixed, or not, it doesn't really need fixing, but on road, this ancient recirculating ball steering is pretty bad. Even when you're doing sort of higher freeway speeds, you're making minor corrections to the steering. But that's the offset for having a vehicle that is so damn good off-road. All right, so here we are at the second part of our off-road trail. And as I told you, I got a map. Check it out. Okay. It's a very detailed map. So we're here. This is the start, right?
Okay.
You can see that. And then this is the trail up there.
Okay.
And then we get to the wobbly rocks in a while.
Okay.
Followed by the creepy ruin. We could get out and take a look.
Okay.
And then that's the beast. That's the hill that I was mentioning. And then if we fail that, we have an escape route back to safety. Testing out hill descent control on this section. beautifully controlled down there. Got a back wheel spinning. Alright, here we are at the wobbly rock section. Very slow. So decided, because this is a factory vehicle, it's not ours, we don't want to break it, we're going to call it a day on this particular one. So still got it in 4 high auto. Let's see what happens up this little bit. I kind of doubt it's going to struggle. A bit of slip there. Four-wheel high auto. Who needs 4 low? Alright, so here we are at the other side, and this is what it looks like from the top. Quite steep. Keep going. Okay, wait there. You did put the brake on, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Oh, very good. So this is the alternate route. And I seem to remember I hiked down that because it was too hard to walk down there. And it got steep at the bottom.
So
honestly, if this surface wasn't these loose rocks,
that's what I was just about to say.
I absolutely might go for it. But
if you started sliding on the rocks,
yeah,
and then like you couldn't slow down,
yeah, and then you get to the bottom. And the problem is getting back up. Because,
well, and as you go down that, like, it's really fucking technical, like lots of big,
yeah. And knowing that we can't pass those wobbly rocks, and there isn't an alternate route, it's either that way or back out the way we came. So we'll make an executive decision. And
I like the idea of turning around.
Yeah, it's not our car. So what do we think? Well, the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon is still the standard for factory off-roaders. It's supremely capable, and it's got the subtlety of a bulldozer at a tea party. And what Jeep has done has been very clever. They've made these minute little changes here and there to make it so much better. And the new interior and the new tech is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video. Out.